So you want golf cart access on the Emerald Coast. You're moving to this area and you're like, hey, I'm gonna be a Floridian. I wanna have a golf cart to go wherever I want to and really enjoy it. But you've been looking around and haven't quite got the information of where you should be living, what to consider, or anything like that. That's why you're here on this channel. In the video that we're going to next, you wanna stay to the end because we're gonna go over all the different areas. I got 4 key ones that I'm going to share with you and some of the Q&A that we've got from everybody else here on the internet to answer the questions that are most important to you. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore here with the Whittemore Group in the beautiful Emerald Coast. That's right, in the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. So make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, honestly, we get tons of phone calls, texts, emails from people that are moving here, looking to invest here, or got questions and answers, and I'm gonna tell you, we got the answers. It's never too early to reach out to us. So please give us a call, text, email. I'm personally happy to chat with you or any of my awesome team members here to make sure you can make the best decision moving forward when either moving or investing here on the Emerald Coast. All right, so let's really get into it. Let's start talking about the best areas to travel with that awesome golf cart, right? All right, so when I look at the Emerald Coast, I'm looking at the area that's between Pensacola all the way down to Panama City Beach. And we want to kind of concentrate the different areas where we know where we have good housing that can get a golf cart, because I know some places have condos and you can't necessarily have golf cart with you even though you're in the access for it, but also those areas that people really like make a lifestyle out of golf carts. So I came up with 4 different ones, myself and my team here, will really make a big difference. First stop, Destin. Why not? This is one of my favorite places to hang out. It's a place called Crystal Beach. If you're looking at Destin on a map and you see where Henderson Beach is, which is that state park, and you just look off to the east there, and you notice that place below Highway 98, all the way up until Miramar Beach, that is a place called Crystal Beach. Now, Crystal Beach is really nice, filled mostly with single-family homes and a couple of condo units in between there. Not really big high-rise condo units. There's a couple there that are on the Gulf, but again, most of the people that are on those golf carts, they're not necessarily doing much but going down to the beach and packing up and getting down there. Now, I want to let you know too that specifically in the Destin area, you can't take a golf cart and go across Highway 98. Just not allowed. So you have to be in that area. And Crystal Beach has a lot of beautiful homes. There's a lot of great short-term rentals. There's really no restrictions unless you're in a specific HOA, but there's no major restrictions that you necessarily need to worry about. And it's a single family home, so you probably have a place to plug in the golf cart, put it in the garage, and really be able to enjoy that yourself, or to have your people that you're renting out to enjoy it as well and add that extra value. It has access into James Lee Beach, which is the public beach, which is mostly, if you looked at the map, is where Destin Crab Trap is at. Most people are taking their golf carts to all the different areas that are around there. There's a few restaurants that you can go to without crossing Highway 98, and there's actually a bunch of them. You know, there's a couple stores. People are going all around in that area to use their golf cart to get to one place or the other. So when we're looking at moving to Crystal Beach, what is the median price for this? The median price for Crystal Beach is around $887,000. Now that's a high all the way up to 10.5 mil. That's right. And a low of $375,000. Why is it up that high? Because a lot of times, like in Destiny East or some places like that that are gated communities, there's also like a coastal dune lake, well, maybe not coastal dune lake, but a coastal lake that's in Destin that we have different homes that are on. Matter of fact, our team just sold one just earlier this year in 2024 that was 2.1 million. It was on the water there that you could see the coast, right? But it still had access with golf carts within that community, and plus to be able to get around, you had that. And that was one of the big features. It had a big old 3-car garage. I mean, it's 2.1 million, right? But it had its own golf cart part of it, the garage, where it could pretty much go everywhere. It really opened up to just do whatever that you needed to do and have the access that you want to when in Destin. So really, really great place in Crystal Beach. Awesome, awesome time, whether you're looking to move there or you're looking to do a short-term rental. Okay, next one's a little bit different of an area. This is in Fort Walton Beach. And the area that I'm talking about is more downtown downtown Fort Walton Beach, Ferry Park, Elliott Point. And these areas, if you're looking on a map of Fort Walton Beach, you'll see that you have Eglin Parkway that will go north and south. And this is that area just to the east of Eglin Parkway down to downtown Fort Walton Beach, where the bridge and everything else intersects, Brook Street and all that area. Now downtown Fort Walton Beach is being revitalized. They're putting in a new bridge as of the date of this video. They're putting in a new park. But the reason is that this entire community is a golf cart community. And you can go to downtown to go to restaurants. You can go to the Landing, which is where they have free concerts every Friday night. They also have free fireworks. Well, it's free if you can see them anyway. But they have fireworks during that time. There's different festivals and things that you can go to that you could just drive your golf cart to. This is truly that community. And it isn't that expensive to truly get into and to have access for you and your loved ones to get to where you want to go. Truly, when I think of a golf cart and the access to get to where I want to go, this is one of those key areas, and it's at a decent cost. So what is the median cost in the areas that I just mentioned before? It's about $386,000. Now that's a high all the way up to $2.39 million, which of course is waterfront properties on the bay where you can see the sunrise because of its position when it's looking to the east. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's something that I aspire to go live there at some point in my life, and it's not overly expensive in comparison to Destin or 30A or Miramar Beach, but just to be able to have that golf cart access, plus have a really nice home sitting on the bay, access to the water, to see those sunrises and be right there. And it's almost as if you were sitting on the East Coast, except you have access to the Gulf right there into Choctaw Bay. Just absolutely great place. I can't talk about it enough. Obviously, I'm enamored with it. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is Miramar Beach. Now Miramar Beach, this again is south of 98. We talked about Crystal Beach. This is that other portion for where it gets into Walton County, Miramar Beach, all the way until, well, you run out of road and it gets into Highway 98. This is another great area for golf carts that we see. There's a little bit more condos in this area too, which I think you could still have. There are some places that you can still park golf carts that you may be able to have for storage. However, this is a really nice one too, because again, you're gonna have more access to restaurants here. As long as it's south of Highway 98, you'll be able to get a golf cart into a lot of the different shopping centers and things like that. When we talk about Miramar Beach, a lot of it has a building restriction to really look like that whitewash, to look like that extra luxury look that you see on 30A. And if you ask me, I think they're trying to creep in to be part of 30A, but they're not on 30A, so it's like one of those things. Either way, it is absolutely gorgeous down there. A golf cart ride on the scenic Highway 98 or right down through there is still breathtaking to this day. I've been here over 10 years and I'll just take a car ride down through there and just look off and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, there's just nothing that beats that white sand with the crushing emerald colored waves, and just the feeling and atmosphere takes your breath away. I don't want to start singing, but you get it, right? That being said, I really wanted to add this on there because in Miramar Beach, there's not a whole lot of parking. There's not a whole lot of parking when I talked about Crystal Beach. Fort Walton Beach is a little bit better, but there's really not a whole lot because you do have a lot of short-term rental people that are down here. So that being said, having a golf cart, be able to maneuver those into certain spots where spots wouldn't normally be available is really advantageous. I've seen them kind of stack 2 or 3 into a spot, you know, a regular car spot when it comes down to the public access. When you're looking to go park down by Pompano Joe's or someplace with those public access beaches. Now, there are certain parts that are kind of blocked off because there are beachfront attached units, so you can't really see beyond that. It's really kind of nice because there's not a whole lot of walkways here or there, and to have a golf cart really allows you to be able to transition a lot of that and get to the things that you want to do and not just be bothered with having to park a large vehicle and to take people around. Now, I've seen, especially out in Miramar Beach and out into our 30A area, I've seen golf carts that were packing 10 people in it. Like this huge long thing. It's almost looked like you were in a amusement park at Disney or something like that. But there were some beefy golf carts that people were going around with, and it's pretty interesting. But let's kind of talk about the cost for that area. So if you're looking to move into that, the median price to find something with your golf cart access is going to be around $700,000. Now that's a high all the way up to 8.6 mil, right? Sitting there on the water, or a low of $225,000 if you want to put some extra work into it to get it up to speed. Last place that I really want to talk about, this is really an exceptional area. It takes the golf cart life and luxury life to the next level. Absolute love this area. It's where I go and staycation, my family and I do, and it's 30A. And 30A is Route 38 in Santa Rosa Beach County. And if you're looking from Highway 98, it just kind of starts to go down where it's Route 30A and goes all the way down until you get to about Inlet Beach and into Panama City. That place south of Highway 98, again, you can't take a golf cart across 98 even in Walton County. Okay, so that was the same for Miramar Beach. You can't take that south, but there's all these different neighborhoods. You have a sleepy beach town like Gulf Allen, Gulf Place, Blue Mountain Watercolor, Brayton Beach, Seaside, Sea Grove, Palace Beach, and Rosemary Beach. These are just really exceptional places that all have their own specific little nuances to them. But to be quite honest, when you go down here, there's no big high rises. There's not a whole lot of condos to even speak of. There's a good amount of people coming in and out, but you're gonna see the biggest amount of golf carts throughout this area because it's a luxury area. So a lot more people are going to have them. With that being said, you're gonna see a lot more spaces that are going to accommodate golf cart parking, like they're specifically for golf cart. And so they can cram a little bit more people in. One of the cool places that I love to go personally is in Seaside, where they got kind of the amphitheater that's in there. They got access out to the beach and all the different shops and things. But on both sides of it, there are places to park your golf cart. They can really pack them in. And you don't have to pay that extra money like you would to park your vehicle in there like we end up having to do all the time. That whole area has bike and running paths. So there's a half marathon that I typically run each year. It's just miles and miles of this. So if you're in a place that's a little bit more spread out, having a golf cart can really help you transition from one place to the other without having to worry about parking. Some of the worst parking is Brayton Beach, although they do have a shuttle that can kind of get you back and forth. But having that golf cart, being able to get down there, you can get on the beach if it's nice enough to do that. There's more than what I'll go over in this video because there's so much to go over in 30A. There's so many different things that you can go access and do and not take up a whole lot of space. I know that's something that I personally am concerned about when I go around. It feels like it's more built for that community. And almost everywhere that you go, to include the grocery store, will have access for you to get your golf cart in there. And you won't be alone. You'll be along with everybody else with their fancy golf carts. Okay, so let's talk about the price to moving into these areas. To get a place in that beachside 30A in Santa Rosa Beach, the median price is about 1.6 million. All right, now that's a high, all the way up to 28.5 million, right? And that's more in the Alice Beach areas or something sitting there right on the coast. But you can find them as low as 315,000, although it's gonna need a little bit of work and it's probably not gonna be in the biggest areas that you may want to spend the most amount of your time, okay? So those are the four. Just to recap, you had Destin at Crystal Beach, you had Fort Walton Beach in the downtown Ferry Park, Elliott Point. You have Miramar Beach, that's south of 98, and you have 30A, well, pretty much anywhere, okay? I want to also answer some questions that we've received over the years and kind of some Q&A that we had. So the first question we had is, do people just take golf carts to the beach? Well, no, they don't just take them to the beach. A lot of times at Fort Walton Beach, like I said, they'll take them down to downtown. They'll take them to restaurants. They'll go to the free events that they have out there. They'll go to different stores and things like in 30A. So you'll see that in Fort Walton Beach, 30A, Miramar Beach. Although Crystal Beach, yeah, mainly people are taking them to go to the beach there. Do golf carts need to be registered? The short answer is yes, okay? If you want to use them on a public road, they have to be registered. Now, it's not gonna cost as much as registering your vehicle, but they do need to be registered to be on public roads. You do need a license for those. Is there parking typically for golf carts? As I mentioned before, yes. And a lot of the times they'll build it specifically for golf carts to go to them. Specifically at Crystal Beach, there's a lot of beach accesses outside of James Lee Beach and Crab Trap that you can actually go in, and there'll be like 4 to 6 golf cart deep that you can go and kind of have your private access onto that beach. Where can't I drive my golf cart? Again, I've mentioned this a couple of times in the video. Don't cross a major highway. First of all, it's super not safe. Okay, you can't cross Highway 98 really anywhere. You're going to see signs everywhere that if it's a golf cart community, don't cross Highway 98. You'll also notice that most of the time in Fort Walton Beach, you won't see them around town unless they're in the areas that I specified, mainly because you still have to cross a major highway. The reason that you're able to do so, even though Highway 98 crosses it, is because it goes under a bridge, right? To be able to get access to that. So that's the reason Brooks Bridge is being rebuilt. The golf carts are able to go under Brooks Street to get into downtown Fort Walton Beach, but that's really the edge of where you can go. That's why that community has access to the things that are down there. So, well, there you go. That's all I got for the best areas to travel with a golf cart here on the Emerald Coast. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned here, please leave it in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. If you are actually on our audio, just stick around for a little bit. There'll be a number for you to call shortly after. Feel free to text us, give us a call, and we'll be sure to answer you there. Also, if you are looking to move to these areas or get an investment here on the Emerald Coast, give us a call, text, email. I'm happy to chat with you personally, or any of our great associates here will be able to do that as well to make sure that you have the most information and have the best experience when moving here to the Emerald Coast or investing. So again, my name is Tim Whittemore here with the Whittemore Group with LPT Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care.